Hello, this is Johnny. I'm testing the 128 gigabyte for Pi 4 dual screen. You just plug it this one directly to the port 2 because Raspberry Pi 4 have two port that you can plug in, two video port. So one is the Marquee and one is the main screen. And this is by DynamicDue. This one is a 128 game, and it have different console instead of just arcade. So we're gonna check and see what it actually have. Why not have this game for Atomic Wave? I want to see if this game work because last time when we checked the 64, it crashed. I mean, it freeze up. So I want to see if this version is it any better. Does it actually work? Now the gameplay, the sound, everything is good. It's just that when you reach to the certain point, it just freezes up. So let's see how this one do. Sounds is good as well with the 64 gig and the 128 gig. They both sound is exactly like the Virtual Man's image. Doesn't have any sound issue or the graphic. Oh yeah, same place, same area that it messed up. So this game have the same problem. So it must be the ROM that's having issue. So I might have to see if I could replace that ROM and see would that fix this problem with that game. But the controller is working fine from the previous version, so it should be the same as this version. And the game is the same. It is 28 game. So I imagine the problem we have here on 64 should be the same as the 128, where once we change it to a track mode, the button is set up as a keyboard instead of the the enter and escape might be set up the same way as the other one. So let's go down the list. There is I went in here and add the game collection because it didn't show how many game total. So I went here. Originally it was 0 selection, and I changed it to 1. The way you do it is I put a check mark here. This is what it looked like when I first got it. So I went in here and that's the only thing I changed. And that way I know exactly how many games is there. And if you want, you could select the favorite one, whatever one he has selected. So let's escape, and escape. So now if you go to favor, he had 0 favorite game, okay, which is fine. Though the total game here is only 1,491, where the 64 gig it have 2,400 game, so it's 1,000 more game in the 64 gigabytes. So you might ask, why is that? Why is this one 128 have less game? Because it have CD game. So it have PlayStation, it have CD game, so it take up the space. So the ROM total is only 1,491 instead of the other one. Okay, because the other one had more game because it doesn't have any CD. So let's go down the list. Turbo 16, 25. Let's look at it, what it look like. This is the 25 game. You got a box artwork, which is nice, sweet. But it's only 25. It looked like he did everything mostly 25, 26. This is 26 CD. So you have a CD case on it. All right. Let's go down. Sega SG 100 is 25 game. Wait a second. Super Nintendo is 25. Sorry, and that's what the arcade, the box art look like. So there's 25 game. So it does have Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World. So those of you who like Super Mario. And does it have Final Fight? I don't think it have Final Fantasy, but it doesn't. It have Mortal Kombat 2, but it doesn't have the Final Fight 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't look like it. See right here, it only have Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy 3. Okay. All right. So we're gonna test one game later. We're just going to how many games is there. 25 on this one, the Sega SG-1000. 25 on Super Famicom. 25 on Sega CD. So what does it have? It still doesn't. Oh, it does have Final CD here. So that's good. Alright, 32X. There is 25 game here as well, and it all has snap video, so it's great. SCUM doesn't have anything. They don't have anything on SCUM. Option. We will look at that later. This one have nothing in there. 50 game for PlayStation. So that's nice. Oh, it got my favorite game here, which is good. This one. That's my favorite game, so it's there. And you got Street Fighter movie as well, Street Fighter Alpha. So you got a good set here. I don't know if you have Tekken or not. Let's see. It does, yeah, Tekken 1, Tekken 2, and Tekken 3. So you got a good set of, and then you got X-Men, Children of the very bottom, the last one. So you got that too. Good game set. PlayStation Engine, you got 25. So that's the PC Engine size of it. This PC Engine 26, the PC Engine CD. So you got 26 of this. And it does have Neo Geo Pocket. And he have 25 Pocket. Nintendo Entertainment System 25. Neo Geo 25. Naomi 122. So I think this one is the same ROM set. Nintendo 64 25. So it does have Mario Kart down here, Mario Golf, Mario Kart 64, Mario Paper Mario, another shooting game, Rayman, sorry, Resident Evil 2. Alright, Mega Drive is probably a Sega Genesis one, and that's also 25. Sega Master is also 25. Four. I don't think you have anything here. In television, it's 25. Game Boy Color 25. Game Boy Advance 25. Game Boy 25. Game Gear 25. Family Computer System 25. Pretty much everything's 25. Dreamcast 32. Alright, so you got Dead or Alive 2, which is great. And so Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you have that one as well. I wonder if you have the SNK. You got Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, Street of Rage 3rd Strike. 25 on this one. ColecoVision, Atomic is 28, Lynx is 25, Atari 7800, Atari 5200 is 25, Atari 2600 is 25, and back to arcade is 575 game. Amiga, nothing. Okay, so that's it. So 1491 game. So let's check. Let's go ahead and switch it to arcade and see what the arcade look like. Well, let's try one of the game inside here to see what it look like. Let's try Dreamcast. Let's try the one that is hard to emulate. So let's go to Soul Calibur. Alright, let's test the Dreamcast. See how the game would it work or not. Now Dreamcast, I don't know, you had to special set up the controller because then they're not using they think they're using a new version of it. So let's see if it works. Cancel. So straight from the download, the control seems to be working fine. Okay, so by pressing the select and start, it kicked me out. That's good. So the way they set this one up is fine on the Dreamcast. So I don't have to do any reconfiguration. Atomic Wave, we still have issue where the game does stop, especially the. So I don't know what's the problem with that one. Arcade, I have some game that work and some game that do not work. So let me see if I could go to a particular game. What game should I try? I forgot what game did I try last time and it did not work at all. Let's just go down the list. Let's try that one. So the marquee will show the title of that. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. This is a 10 inches IPS screen, and that is from Sound Founder. Bought it from Amazon.com, and I think it cost me about $98. And it's a 10 inches IPS, meaning that any direction it look good on this screen. And I believe this is a 27 LG screen, 27 inch, and it's also IPS. IPS is it's better with the retro arcade game system. So the D-pad seems to be working. It's pretty cool. Wow. I didn't know I could do that. Alright. The D-pad's fine. Alright, let's go try some Turbo 16. See if Turbo 16 graphic is okay or not. Let's go to. Do they have Galaga? Galaga 98. Let's see. AJK. Did I just pass it? G. There's no G. There's no G. That's why I couldn't find it. Turbo 16 don't have Galaga 90? Really? That's a bummer. Okay. Well, let's try. I don't have Bonk Avenger. Let's try air pump because air pump is hard to emulate. Some Chinese console, they cannot emulate the, what you call it, the air zone. I just want to make sure all the control, the button is all working. They give you a box art and the Hugo car, which is cool. So it does have a box art over here. That's pretty neat. So the TurboGrafx have this extra stub on it. Okay, let's start the game. Alright, let's get our game. So TurboGrafx is cool, and let's try Sega CD, see if it works. So it looks like with a 128 gig, it seems to be more of a little bit stable than the 64 gig, and plus you have a lot of different game. So if you put it on a bigger SD card, you could transfer the game over and make it bigger. I mean, not bigger, but more. Just because the game is not a lot. You can put your favorite game in other words. Let's see if it works. So you have a CD and have a Final Fight and you have sonnets. So that's neat. So everything had to be pressed the start button. Because I tried to press A and B, it won't work. Alright, I like my favorite guy. The graphics is not as crystal as the arcade one, the CD for some reason. Alright, so let's try Nintendo, because Nintendo 64 is the one is hard to emulate. Let's see how well hit. I know PlayStation will play well. The rest of this will play well. Nintendo 64. Let's see if Nintendo 64. Let's try Super Mario. Interesting. Got a different character, but the Mario card and the card in the box and the title is all correct. Ooh, that's not one. Cancel. Let's go ahead and just start the game. Look like they haven't, nobody retro have upgraded to a newer version of the newer version of the emulator. There's one emulator is made for retro, and it's for Windows and for Linux, and that's supposed to be the best Nintendo 64 emulator that they ever made up to today's date. So that one is not out yet. It's not in the retro art yet. I can never skip this part. sound like it's a little bit slow down the entry, beginning of the. Alright, the D-pad is not configured correctly. It's not working. The D-pad is not working. That's not good. So, how do I get to the... Yeah, the D-pad is not configured correctly for the Nintendo. So, it's not able to move. So, do I recommend this image? Yeah, I mean, if you know how to fix it, I recommend it, you know, to get it. It's pretty cool. You got dual screen, and you also have track mode. So, let's just go to the track mode, see what it looks like. So some of the game is not configured correctly with the bar top controller, maybe for the different controller, but with the Arcade 1-Up controller, it's not configured with it. Yes, my cat meowing on my attention. Okay, if I go to option, let's boot up to the track mode. I don't know why there's two options. Track mode, switch to track mode, and then track mode, auto config track mode. Oh yeah, I might have to use the keyboard because the 64 gig one, we have issue with the enter key. So I don't know how to reconfigure it. Probably need to. So the way this is set up, I don't think it used the Arcade 1-Up controller, arcade stick. It probably used the little home console, little joystick. So yeah, if you are using this for Arcade 1-Up, you might run into some issue. Handheld game, console, arcade. See, I cannot get into the arcade without using the keyboard, press enter, because it's not set up to do that. No enter key. I'll use the keyboard again. Oh, so I go to the T. The way they have it, it looks so much like the. It looks so much like the emulator. Press enter. I'll use the keyboard. I have to press the enter, use the keyboard. To get out, I have to press the escape using the keyboard because this is not set up with the controller. So just FYI. Yeah, to reconfigure it. I did reconfigure my 64 gig, but I haven't reconfigured this. I'll probably have to go and reconfigure everything and get everything working. So I mean, it needs some work. If you take time to fix everything, then it will be good. If you don't know how to fix a lot of stuff, then it's best maybe skip this one until he come up with the fix. Because apparently this image does have some issue. See, the joystick, it doesn't work on all of them. That's the problem. Why doesn't it work? See, the joystick doesn't work. So I don't know, some game works, some game doesn't. This one do not work. Oh well. All right, that's my that's my end of my testing, because I can't really test anything if my joystick doesn't work. It doesn't work on this side either. So okay, all right, that's my end of my test. All right, thanks for watching. Later.